Good morning, everyone. It's a true honor to be here today on behalf of Pediatric Hematology at the IWK Health Center to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Hope on Wheels for this incredible, meaningful gift. Each year, as you heard, we receive 50 to 60 new referrals of children and youth diagnosed with cancer. Our commitment to their care continues well beyond treatment as we support them and their families throughout every stage of their journey. As the only children's cancer centre serving the Maritimes, some of our families travel up to 8 hours to reach us. Because of this, we work hand in hand with community pediatricians and hospitals bringing care closer to home, ensuring that children can safely receive treatment while staying within their communities wherever possible. Your generous support is helping us to drive hope forward, one child, one family, and one breakthrough at a time. Your gift will have a far-reaching impact, making it possible for more children to access chemotherapy at home, and for families to receive the care and compassion they need when they come to the IWK. Thank you for standing with us. Your support reaches far beyond these walls. It touches lives across the Maritimes in the most personal and powerful ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Price. She's representing all the amazing people that are here all around us and out in our community. We really are a unique place for those of you that are from here. The IWK is legendary, and the work they do goes beyond traditional regular medicine. They deeply care about every single child. And the work we do at the IWK Foundation is we get the privilege of working with the families who've gone through here, and you're going to hear from someone very incredible in a minute. But I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. Thank you, Jessica and Quinn, who already has an IWK story. It's rare that there isn't someone with a connection to this place. I remember meeting Kirk and Michael and Elizabeth's here today, and they did a tour and they met some patients, and we had a really good conversation, and I just applaud you for wanting to do this. I hope this is not your last visit. I hope you'll be back, bigger and stronger, because the need is great. In all seriousness, the need is great. So we really appreciate this. You know, when you think about the work you do, and your work is to sell cars, right, ultimately, if you think about 100 years from now, I don't know what we'll be driving, even if we will be driving, and people may not remember, even your own family may not remember what you did or didn't do. At the end of our days, we have two things in common that we can share. Did we leave an impact? Did we leave a legacy? And you get to do both here. And you get to do both now with Hope on Wheels. And so whether you're working with us, whether you're working with our colleagues at Sick Kids and across the country, every child is your legacy. Every child is your impact. So as you're going from selling that car, just remember that. And we hope you sell lots and lots of cars. So I would now have the honor of introducing Canon Beazley, who is a patient, was a patient here, and he will tell you his own story in his own words. I have a message for our new Prime Minister, Carney. Here comes your competition.
Oh, lovely. Good morning, everyone. My name is Canon Beazley. I'm an IWK patient, cancer survivor, and last year's IWK champion for 2024. I'm very happy to be here today, so thank you for having me. My story starts in early 2021. I was having some pain on the left side that would come and go. At first, the doctors weren't too concerned, but eventually they ran some scans and they saw a mass on my kidney. It didn't really look like a typical tumor, so they decided to watch it for a while to see if it changed at all. After a couple months, they ordered an MRI, and that's when my life changed. My parents immediately had a Zoom call with the surgeon who recommended taking the kidney out as soon as possible. They still weren't sure it was cancer, but whatever it wasn't looking friendly and it had to come out. A few days later, I had my entire left kidney removed. Thank God I have two. And about 10 days later, we found out that it was, in fact, cancer. I was diagnosed with a stage 1 Wilms tumor, which is the most common type of kidney cancer in children. A few days later, I had another surgery to install a port in my chest, which would help deliver my chemotherapy drugs. I started chemo the very next day and received weekly injections for about 7 months. Although I tolerated chemo pretty well, I did lose most of my hair, and sometimes I would leave my baseball games early because I was feeling tired or ill. But for the most part, I was able to live a pretty normal life. I did get to miss a lot of school though, which I'm really not complaining about. Anyways, at the end of November 21, I had my final dose, and I got to ring the bell, signifying the end to a long and difficult chemotherapy journey. I'm happy to say that as of today, I'm over 3 years cancer-free. But my journey was not over after chemo. A few months after my chemo was finished, I began to have panic attacks. I had no idea what was going on. It started at hockey one day where my heart was just racing uncontrollably, and I felt like I was having a heart attack or something. My parents took me to get checked out, but the doctors couldn't find anything physically wrong with me. The panic attack continued, and eventually I was referred to a psychiatrist and diagnosed with PTSD stemming from my cancer experience. Although I was physically fine, my mind and body still needed some help. I began regular therapy with the mental health experts at the IWK and learned techniques to cope with my PTSD symptoms. With the help of some medication and the IWK's amazing staff, I was able to overcome this condition, and today I'm doing great. Also, another detail I left out was that I did have to be rushed to the IWK during that time on a totally unrelated matter. One day, I had some different pains in my lower stomach, and they discovered that my appendix was actually about to burst. So I had to get that taken out. But once again, the amazing staff took great care of me, and to tell you the truth, that operation was a pretty easy one. By then, I just felt like I was with my IWK family, and I was in and out in a couple of days. So whether it was my cancer, my appendix, or my mental health, the IWK has been there for me and my family. Chances are they've been there for you or someone you love too, but providing great healthcare costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of equipment, a lot of people, a lot of research, and great facilities. And that's why it's so important that people like you, companies like Hyundai Canada, help raise the much needed money to make it all happen. My story would be different if it weren't for people like you. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that your support matters. Thanks to each and every one of you here today for making the IWK the amazing place that it is. Thank you.
Since he left the IWK, he created with his very supportive family, especially his dad who's right behind him, the House of Doom. And the House of Doom happens every Halloween. And so far you've raised $67,000. He's 15. Do you have business cards with you? He goes around with business cards. I'm not joking. If you have them, see Canon. He'll find you if you don't find him. Thank you, Canon. You're an inspiration. And now I'd like to ask Jessica to please come back up, and we'd like to give you a small gift so you can remember this day. Thank you. So this is a little, we get creative, we do. This is a Hyundai wheel from a car. And we put the logo in the Hope for Wheels, so you can just see it there. So this is